there's a severity of victimization. See, everybody once upon a time, at some point in time, has been a victim. You know, everybody has their severity of victimization, though. See, are there levels to it? I would hate to say it, but yeah, there are. There are. See, you can't just be a victim for such a long period of time, depending on the severity of that situation. I mean, for instance, okay, let's just say you grew up without a father. Your mama treated you bad. She hasn't been there. She's abandoned you. She's been in and out of your life, but never necessarily been a mother. Or you never necessarily had a father. And you basically grew up with your mother. So there's no structure inside of your home. There never have been. There never really has been anybody to kind of correct your situation, your mistakes. uh, Again, how long are you going to be bitter about somebody not being in your life instead of still fixing your life? Making sure that you are a better version of you rather than pointing the blame at anybody else when you have the opportunity to be able to fix that situation. See, like let's just say, I guess, molestation, rape, you witnessed it at an early age, been a part of it. And again, it's not necessarily me to tell a person exactly when they need to let it go, but at some point you do need to let it go in order to go forward. See, that's something that therapy could fix. You can't necessarily get so much answers asking so many of those type of questions. I mean, your best bet is to have somebody who's neutral sided, who's not necessarily coming from a place of either side. But again, that's something that's a severity. And yeah, you are a victim of that. I wonder how long would it take to get through your victimhood and start to be victorious in your triumph. Like if that situation was to happen at like 8, 9, 10, it it's damaging, especially for someone at a young age to be able to witness that or to experience that. It's traumatizing. Also, at the same time, even those folks would still have to fight through it. And if they came out on the side where they're prospering a little bit more now, they're more coherent, they're more mindful of their situation at the current time, knowing where they've came from in the past, then you have so much opportunities to become victorious. I don't think you can sit there and just use that excuse of victimization for everything else that occurs in your life for you to be entitled or owed something. Because even getting through a situation like that, you still have to put in your work, your own work, in order to not be a victim anymore. And so I say there's so many people that go through their own versions of suffering, of victimhood. So many people throughout the entire world. What makes your victim story just that much more special or just that much more severe to the point to where people are really like feeling sorry for you? Not to say that people should be insensitive. I'm saying, for how long are you going to feel sorry for yourself and expect others to feel sorry for you as well when you're not doing anything about it to put in the work to be able to make sure that you get through that? You have to get through things in this world. It's not to be insensitive. It's not to be non-sympathetic. Have that about you. Have some sympathy about you. Be human. You know what I mean? Be sympathetic. Be empathetic. There's still a human side about you. There's also a triumph side about you as well. There's also the other side of you that burns. The other side that basically tells you that I can't sit here and just be this person anymore, feeling sorry for myself. Everyone has that in them. And this is what I say. You don't wait 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, 50 years, waiting until you're 60 to be able to make sure that you rid yourself of that toxification, of that curse. You get rid of that shit immediately because it will hinder you. You cannot go forward if you're always going to continue to be held back by your victimization that should have been dead and gone maybe 20 years ago. Where would you be at 20 years later if you would have let that go 20 years back? Not even. Give yourself some time to heal, lick your wounds. 10, 15 years back, 17 years back, you was a victim for about a whole year or two. You needed some time to go ahead and lick your wounds. You needed some time to be able to clear your thoughts so you could be able to kind of like get right back on your own 2 feet and get to running, get to pushing, get to climbing, get to leveling up. See, that's what you have to do in life. You can't play a victim on your life. I'm not one that gives out free victim Olympics. I'm not going to give you a free pass to the victim Olympics for the most part. Some people deserve it. Some people deserve a gold medal. I'm not just going to be willingly to give a man or a woman a pass to the victim Olympics as if your situation is just that much harder and just that much worse than anybody else. No, you get up off your ass and you fix your situation. If nobody else is going to fix it for you, if nobody else is going to sit there and be like, oh, woe is you, fix it. It's just that simple. You don't sit there for a long period of time feeling like you're entitled or feel like you're owed something. You know, your victimization pretty soon enough is going to call for some goddamn reparations. Pretty much already is. But it's going to come down to the point where every little thing, you know what I'm saying, is just like, you owe me. I'm owed this. My suffering, my pain, it hurts so bad, hurts so deep. Listen, get over it. Grow the fuck up and get over it. You got to be able to do what you have to do in order to level up. And you can never get at another level if you're still stuck at the victim level. You're still stuck at the victim mindset. Grow the fuck up and get over it. God damn. I mean, you've already got through it. Now get over it. It's done. It's dead. And pretty soon, you're going to keep on hanging on to that shit. You'll be done. You'll be dead. Because it definitely eats away at you slowly from the interior, from the inside. That shit eats away at you like a cancer. So, live life and level up. Or stay stagnant and stupid and dead. Everybody has a choice. It's kind of black or white in that situation right there. I don't really respect people that try to look for a gray area in that because they're basically looking for an excuse, a way out, and a way to be able to qualify for the Victim Olympics. I bet you would do. Salutations.